I'm barely a fucking audio producer. You've heard the quality of these podcasts.
I enjoy them. You got triggered by Miles last week.
I did indeed. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're now recording episode 3 of Pokemon Olympia League podcast. And this week, what?
He just said nom.
Nom. That's right. Everybody's currently eating their tea apart from me, so I'm too busy getting everything set up. So I'll go get food after. And CJ, but CJ's playing Marvel, so he's in his own wee happy place. So, Sun and Moon have been blown the fuck up today, lads. Some lucky Americans, I assume American because they were up last night, got their hands on a cart and they started uploading stuff to 4chan, like pictures and just like the early game, stuff like that, stats.
Totally.
And then, a few hours later, someone got their hands on a ROM dump. So they've ripped the whole fucking game apart. And as we speak right now, people are currently uploading like stats on all the new Pokemon, all the new fucking everything. Basically, all the new Pokemon, their stats are getting bared out there, and a ton of other stuff going out there. So really, we're going to talk a lot about spoilers.
Which I've tried to avoid. But
yeah, well that's the thing. I won't be talking about any story stuff because I did see a couple of things that I was like, oh, probably don't want to talk about those. But at the same time, you know, we will be getting into all the stat stuff because, you know, I feel like we're kind of leaning more competitively. So if you're listening to this and be like, oh, my favourite Pokemon is Pikachu, get the fuck, you little shit. Pikachu's nowhere near competitive.
The kind of person that goes, oh, I'd really like a Squirtle onesie, and say, well, I'd really like a Stunfisk onesie. So there. Now, what's a Stunfisk? How dare you?
Fuck all that noise. So yeah, right. So first things first, and we'll get back into it since we made it a big deal last week. The starters have now been blown apart, this will be done with everybody. And the stat distribution is really weird. The Sedgewai is like a mixed attacker.
Yeah.
It's kind of bulky in a special defense, but it's only got 70 in speed.
Which is so weird.
Said on its like character bio profile thing, it moves like not near speed of light, but like moves really fast, and then it hides and it ambushes the target. Just it's 70 speed, yeah, you'll do that.
Aye, well, you're not going to be moving fast.
Yeah.
Choice scarf, but then.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to measure that up against the fact that all the starters have their own unique Z moves.
Yeah.
So, like now, you can turn that.
Deciduum Z.
Yeah.
Which sounds amazing.
Oh, they're all going to be like that in fucking.
And
Inferno Lee or whatever.
What's it called? The Incineroar can get fake out. I saw
that. Yeah, it's an egg move.
Yeah.
Well, talking egg moves, the Decidueye can get Defog and Baton Pass, which are pretty decent, especially when it's got a move to lock Pokemon into place. Incineroars can pick up Fake Out, and I think it's what else is running? I'm sure it's got like a Bulk Up or something like that as well.
Yes, Heat Wave.
Heat Wave's another one. So there's a lot of big buffs that they got, and the Water type one, Primarina. It's egg. Nothing really stood out about its egg moves. It's such, but you can go back and have a look
maybe, because that heals you.
Yeah,
but the bulky idea.
Aye, well, it's severely bulky, and it's got the highest base special attack of any starter in this gen anyway, 125.
What are its stats like? Because I've not
That's
seen
actually pretty insane. Have you got that picture that I made?
It's right here.
Oh, I've been. Oh, my goodness, my pocket.
Oh wow.
That's right.
Special defense.
When the guy who was leaking on 4chan was leaking the pictures, he named his Decidueye faking game.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. But yeah, so we're currently passing around some shitty pictures I made at work today. So we can talk about
the other ones are along. I don't know
what we got.
Well, it gets Aqua Jet. That's good.
Oh, priority, which will be handy until someone puts Psychic Terrain down.
Yeah, and the other thing, does it get Toxic? I wonder. Yep, it does, right. I can do the set I wanted, that's fine.
Well, there we go. Doesn't matter, because I can shut it down with 2 fucking terrains anyway.
Probably.
But the new Pokemon stats are all currently leaking right now. A couple of things that I found, the most important thing I've noticed is that the bulk of Alolan Pokemon are really slow. Like stat wise, the Voltic that I was really looking forward to getting, his stat is terrible. It's like 45 for speed, but 120 odd for special attack. So you're looking at like a bulky special attack and levitating electric type, which I'm like, okay, I can run that. But there's going to be Craig. Would you stop stealing Josh's chips? He's not. I think he's had like one. Miles, this is not this chip stealing podcast. This poor boy's got to eat. Like, get off
Miles
his chips.
has been in bits anyway because you've been stealing them for the last 5 minutes.
Really, you probably should have keep them on your lap.
Yeah, why don't you put
on your lap? Why would you put them on the floor?
Because nobody's going to get them there.
Oh, what? Yeah,
neither will you.
That's
anyway,
exactly what I want.
Less chips, more Pokemon.
Thank you, Josh.
Right.
He's worried I'm going to invade his lap.
Guys, fucking hell, we're on a podcast, eh?
Sorry.
Aye, fucking always apologise. Right. So, what have you all seen? What have you guys seen? Because I've been in this pretty deep all
Well,
day.
I'll tell you what I've seen.
CJ!
I saw
Josh, just tell him to stop eating your chips!
Be a man!
Fucking hell!
Put the chips somewhere else.
Welcome to the Pokemon Chipcast. What's your favourite chip you've stole off, Josh?
Thanks, Josh.
Would is this any kind of behaviour for a
Best chips
potential
ever.
Pokemon master? No, it's not. Put your chips away.
As you eat
Right.
them.
Well,
hello.
but
That's what
I'm
I'm
allowed to be a hypocrite.
Keep your chips out.
Anyway,
Yes.
guys,
what I've
back on
seen,
topic.
right? What I saw was the Decidueye stats, and I've just seen the Primarina stats there, and the egg moves for Incineroar, and also the Darkrai thing about the Dark Void, and it's only
Yeah.
Darkrai as well, which is great. And I was saying to you, and I might as well get this in here, is that at I think this is perhaps Game Freak and Pokemon's reaction to Chalk from 2015 and last year's just spamming of Dark Void, which is what everybody did. I think they've tried to level out the playing field, and like I said, for my VGC team last year that I played in the special rules was geared up to totally take care of Xerneas and Smeargle leads,
Yeah.
and also Ferrothorn and Groudon. And whilst that was really effective, after a while people stopped running Dark Void, Smeargle and Xerneas, started using Rayquaza, and then went back to using Smeargle, and it's many different things you can do with
People
Smeargle.
just keep going back to Smeargle.
And
It's
exactly,
Just, it's
and
like
I think-
the genies. They're
I
just
think
it's so
reliable.
viable. It's like no, you can't get.
And I
anything
think
else.
that's why they've decided to not so much neuter some things, but level at the playing field again. Because even with looking at the new starters, to think about how they would still be crushed by Dark Void if you were to use them in any sort of medium. In the same way, I think the Kangaskhan nerf and stuff like that is to make everything level again, which is exactly what introducing Fairy did last gen. Because for a while, dragons were just right, okay, Dragon Dance, maybe another move, and just outrage, just everything, you know. And so I think by looking at the stats, I think we all thought Decidueye is going to be really, really quick and nimble, and probably like a physical and special attack. But what they've done is they made it a bit bulky, which is really interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to be bulky, but in the same way that Greninja was like a glass cannon, pretty
Yeah.
much. Primarina's got the kind of stats I thought it would have, and I don't really care about Incineroar. I only looked at the egg moves, but I didn't really what you.
Aye, but
you're like,
it's
called Intimidate.
Aye,
That's
Incineroar's
fake,
ability is Intimidate, which is good.
Really, that's
it's
a hidden
it's got
ability.
maybe doubles variability with
What's
the.
definitely does.
What's
and then you've got,
Primarina's hidden ability?
The
Probably something-
hyper voice version.
probably
is-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
what's it
It's
called?
basically it is called
Pixelate,
like no,
with that
aye,
bit
sorry,
of
it's
water.
basically a water version of Pixelate,
Oh, really?
but it turns any sound-based move into a water type.
Oh.
But what we don't know is if it affects all sound-based moves, as in
Yeah.
if your opponent uses them.
Right.
Because it'd be pretty fucking broken if it just shut down a hyper voice. Like
Yeah.
if you came out with Pixelate hyper voice or some, or like a Salamence. Well, Salamence, Mega Salamence isn't there, so you don't really got to worry about Ailey. But like if someone's trying to use Boom Burst or something,
Yeah.
and use like water type, oh suddenly I'm
Yeah,
tanking it.
yeah.
Or someone's got like fucking water absorb and they're getting
Oh,
health
that's
back.
really good, actually.
But
So-
even if it just affects your own hits, it means that you could be using something like Boom Burst that's a water type. So suddenly you've got someone with water absorb.
That's
or
actually
something
a
there
really
too.
good strategy, and the reason I say this is because I used a Latias with Reflect type,
Yeah.
and it was a defensive build, and I mean, Mega Latias, and people would normally say, yeah, what a good idea, use it, it's got good special defense, it's a viable legendary to use in all formats, I think. So what I would do with it is I didn't build it for attacking, I built it to kind of tank it, so I would use Reflect type, especially if I was up against something that couldn't deal with its own type, and it would mean that I had Ice Beam to still have that reliable damage, Protect to stall out their own PP, and as well as just to protect yourself and recover as well. So I think if that works for Primarina, and you can just sit in there and take water type attacks, you've got, as much as you're already going to take water really well anyway, it's kind of like gives you that resistance, so you can avoid anything that could be dangerous, like you say, anything with aerial late. I know Mega Salamence isn't going to be there, but when Bank comes in and people start using it anyway.
Well, we know that all the EV forms are there, so a Pixelate Sylveon is still going to be scary. And
Yeah.
to be fair, granted, it'll probably, I mean, it'll take it as a not very, it won't be super effective, it won't even affect it that much.
Yeah.
But Sylveon still hits really hard, especially on a partner.
Yeah,
So it's something to keep in mind if that works that way. That's one thing we don't know
It
yet.
wouldn't have priority, and Primarina, if it does end up affecting the enemy's voice attacks, that could be really good doubles. So you can bring out Mega Salamence when Bank comes in, put Primarina, and then all hits to Salamence become water type.
And then it resists them.
Yeah,
I don't know, like, if Game Freak have had like a little secret society where they've all met up with players and they've just gone, right, what are we all bitching about this week?
Thing is,
And,
they don't have
and they've
to,
gone like, well, I don't like Pixelate Hyper Voice, and I really don't like Dark
By any
Void
chance for
Smell.
you at the secret?
They can
No,
look
I
at
was
the
far
usage
too busy
and see. They
playing
can
in
go
the
look at the
bath.
numbers. They can look at their tournament results and see what's been shining.
Yeah.
Go back to 15 because 16 was all like the legendaries and
Yeah.
Oras, like fucking primals everywhere, and they did that deliberately, and it worked quite well. It made it a faster game.
Oh,
I
it was a
think.
lot. It was a lot of
But
fun.
15 was where like the really janky stuff came in. That's when Mega Kangaskhan first came up. Like later in that year, Pixelate Sylveon started dominating everything. So they really looked at what happened. What's the game like when you restrict them to their decks there? What are they playing with? What's stepping out? And how long can we keep people playing this before they just start to go back to their genies and things? Because I guarantee you a whole bunch of those things are going to get nerfed. I saw a little snapshot of some of the changes to stats, and a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon got an average about 10 base stats points added to certain
Yeah,
things.
just like Raichu did in X and Y.
Yeah, there was like a Arbok got a boost in attack. That was
Good.
one I remember. Just little things like that. Like I'm sure Duduo had something added as well. But there's, I mean, all of this you'll be able to find online. By the time this actually comes out, there'll be shit tons of information kicking about.
It might be actually leaning towards things aren't used so much, getting that little bit of a boost.
Well, that's it. They're trying to make more. They're trying to get rid of the original things that cause a bunch of trouble, so that new things can come to the fore. Because people have kind of metagamed them into having a very strong
Which is-
set of maybe 10 Pokemon, and out of 700 and odd, that's not really, you know.
I'm saying
fun.
this as my friend Luke, who I'm going to tag when I put this podcast up on Facebook. He's been getting back into Pokemon and he's been playing Oras, and he's been talking to me about what he keeps seeing when he just goes online in battles.
Yeah.
And I think that Game Freak have made a special effort to try and deviate away from that and see here's some other things you could be using. Reese has just arrived, he's away again now. But I think that given it from a kind of layperson term, someone like Luke who knows the game well, who's getting into competitive battling, is finding it really fascinating, and every now and again I'll battle him, and I think what he battles online and then he battles me, and I think he finds that online he's coming across very similar standards of play,
Yep.
whereas, as we know, I just like to make completely
about.
stupid teams, but and better than any team Stu Johnson's ever made. But if only you could have seen my face and what I did with my hat at the time, you know.
Oh, it was wonderful. It really
It
would have
was.
been worth the extra
It would have been
time and
well,
effort to set
to
up a
have filmed
camera.
it, just to see me do that. But my point is he's saying, oh, I've just seen a lot of Xerneas about the place, and then he was telling me about nothing wrong with Whimsicott, but he was seeing a lot of things that were just legendaries and high tier stuff. And whilst that's understandable, people have obviously gone on, seen like Belly Drum Azumarill wrecked them or something like that, and then the next thing you know they've got a Belly Drum Azumarill on their
Yeah,
team. And
That's how you learn, though.
I know
People
that's how you
emulate
learn.
and
I
can
think
get it.
the one thing is that not everybody's got time to sit down and study the stats like we've been doing today, but it does help. And if you want to play competitively, if you want to have any ideas of your own, then you kind of have to. But I think what Game Freak's been doing is to right guys, you have done this to death. You've abused everything we gave you. Now everyone's running the same stuff. We'll change it all. How about that? And then somewhere, every Mega Kangaskhan's crying.
Can I tell you about something that I think you're going to like?
What?
You know Wishy Washy?
Yeah.
A piddly wee fish.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I thought that it changed into the school form when it hit 50%.
Yeah.
It starts in its school form.
Ooh.
So when its HP is full, or most of its HP, it stays in the school form. Now, would you like to know the base stats for the school form?
Go on.
Yeah,
Let
okay.
me know.
HP and speed, 30.
Nah.
Attack,
Ooh.
defense, special attack, special defense, 150.
Wow.
And it's like that from the start until it goes down to 25% health.
Oh, and
And
just
then it drops down to like fucking 12.
So
just
it's
turns
like
into a wee
shuttle,
wishy-washy.
You
basically.
really want to be working on making it stay healthy, because the idea is that when its health gets to a low percentage, all the fish fuck off.
Yeah.
But it is it is a fucking monster. I mean, you're basically talking about like coming in and having like both forms of Aegislash at the same time.
Yeah. So what we've got here is something where you'd want to get all your EVs and things like that into hit points. No even speed, because if you had something on a doubles team that's got trick
Well, I
room,
never got a chance to look at all of its moves, so I mean, it might have priority, or it might not even care because it can tank enough hits.
isn't bad. I can hear Sean Ketchen discussing kilts and bagpipes.
Yeah,
for
it's
some reason.
wrestling stuff again, but that's for whatever wrestling related thing he does on another day that isn't today.
Right.
So yeah, the common theme that we've got is that Sun and Moon, or Sumo as I love
Sumo.
to, is really shaking it up and trying to do things even more new than they did with Gen 6. And Gen 6 was a real step outside. What I'm worried about is when Bank comes along is that all of the sort of Pokemon with the amount of lower Dex Pokemon being lower base stat and speed, that they're going to get trounced on by bulkier things or less bulky things with more speed in there. It depends how it's going to run it, but we'll have to see how the meta goes. I mean, we're going to have the first Worlds 2 weeks after the game launches, so it's going to be interesting to see the kind of teams that run from there, and that's London as well. It's going to be UK
Bank
guys.
won't be open, will it? By
No,
then? So
and Bank won't be allowed anyway. So even then, you'd have to only be breeding for stuff here.
See, for
wait,
the-
is it 2 weeks after?
Yes, 2 weeks after the launch.
How's people going to get that done quickly?
Very quickly. I'm actually probably going to run our first sumo tournament in December as well, just to kind of see if we
See where
can.
we all are.
Yeah, just to see if we can kind of keep pace with the pros.
So the team that we end up playing for the game, unless it's
No.
Ewan.
Oh no, we
Yeah.
never did that because none of us were
if
putting
we
money in.
remember, when Oras came out, I had a copy. I just didn't play it until I was finished doing everything I could with X and Y. And the problem is that as someone who loves to play role playing games like that, is I like to take a while to do it.
That's
I really
fine.
like to build it. I mean, I don't mind us prepping for a tournament or anything like that.
We could
with
run
what we've
story
got.
teams,
But,
but I mean even then,
if we ran an
still-
in-game
That'd be
team,
interesting.
You've
but
got
my ambition for that is now that you've got the bottle cap thing where you can
Yeah.
work on the IVs, is I could potentially.
still got to
uh,
level your Pokemon to 100
Oh,
first. And then
oh yeah, but what I'm meaning is that if I manage to get a team of 6, what I'm looking to do is not saturate my game full of. I've got teams,
Yeah.
far too many teams. That's all I do with my spare time sometimes is build ridiculous teams. Like my plan to build a special attack and Furret, which if anybody knows what Furret stats are like, that's silly, but it's also quite interesting as well, and unexpected. But my point there being is that I'd like to find a team of 6 that work together, potentially in doubles, potentially in singles as well, and not stray from that, because my problem is as soon as I think I've got an idea for another set that I can run on something, I go away and build a new team and leave all these other teams behind.
Well,
so.
I had 3 in mind that I was going to run. I was thinking the Decidueye Salazzle, I think it is,
Yeah.
the new fire poison one, and Voltic, or that's how you pronounce it, the electric bug one. The electric bug one being so slow has me worried about how the team's going to look because Salazzle's so fast.
The one that you've
It's
got
like a
evolved
bus
from
that
Charger Bug.
Yeah.
Tons.
Goes from a bus into like a weird clamp with wings.
Starts off as a pair of tweezers, then into a bus.
I feel like if you had 2 of those
And
things,
it's
you've got
Top
the
Gun.
beginning of like a super giant Caesar.
Yeah.
That you'd form a Voltron
Or
style
it's
Caesar.
kind of like you'd expect them all to fuse together, like some kind of anime transformer.
That's pretty much what I was expecting. But yeah, so I mean, there are a lot of options here, and by the time we're all done tonight, we'll have learned more about the stats of Pokemon. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy who I was following that was uploading stuff, he'd already put out stuff like the legendary forms and not forms, sorry, like legendary stats, and the stats for the Guardians and the stats for the Ultra Beasts.
Yeah.
So there's they exist in the code. So whether or not how useful and what I've not yet to see, but I mean there's a ton of information that's really going to be. I think on one hand I'm like, oh, I don't want to delve too deep and ruin aspects of the game for me, but on the other hand I really want to be going in with a plan, so I can say this is what I need, so that I know I've got a team as good as possible. But like you say, I kind of don't want to rush it. But I mean, this is one of the guys who's putting footage up or putting stuff up to be dumped. He got what looks like to be fairly far into the game in one night. So I don't know how big the game's actually going to be.
Yeah. Oh, which
But
is
I
quite
also heard it's more
disappointing.
difficult. There's going to be more challenge to it. But
If
who
I
knows?
think about going in with a plan, I did that with Black 2 just because I saw on Cerebi what you could catch, and I knew that I'm not someone I know you've completed the decks, but when I play these games I like to not run around with 400 things in the box. I think I'll get what I need, get what might work, and then I'll see what happens when I start to try and build a competitive team. But in my idea, my plan was to have a couple of things that I definitely wanted to catch, definitely wanted to try it, and I'd quite happily take them through the game. And then I thought of a strategy, and I thought, well, there's things like having never caught a Sudowoodo, for example, and it's all over the place in the lower. So I thought, why not make that a part of my team and see if I can get any use out of it. And I definitely Bruxish and that mushroom thing that's got a name now, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, I'm still
looks
not
like it's
sure
wearing
on
a
all the
sombrero and just a big hat, and Starmie. And I know that if I was able to get Tapu Lele, maybe run something with Psychic, stop the priority moves, meaning that a weakness policy Sturdy Sudowoodo could probably do quite well, especially if it had Rock Polish. And then if that's still an issue, I'll maybe have Bruxish or Starmie hit it with a water type move so that it gets that boost and just can start rock sliding the other team. That's my plan. It could work out quite well. Sudowoodo's got a decent attack and it doesn't have decent speed, but that could be worked on. And the thing is,
Well, the thing is, with this meta and speed-wise, you're not going to have to worry about it so much because from what I've seen, barely anything is fast.
yeah, well, yeah, there's a point.
So it's one. I remember someone was saying to me earlier, they were talking about how the games were going to move faster, and I think what they've done is kind of. It sounds silly to be like counterproductive, to be like, well, the slower Pokemon will make it move faster, because people aren't going to worry about speed creeping and things anymore. It's going to be about like trying to do what you can to shut them down quickly.
See,
Or
like,
what,
particularly
fast.
years ago, not so, they got Dugtrio at 120 speed, which was almost like blistering fast, you know,
Yeah.
and all the gens up until like Greninja shows up. And, I mean, I think there's anything faster. Yeah, Crobat was faster at 130, but then Crobat at 130 can still be outsped by a rock polished Donphan and like with a Jolly Nature, which is the nature I run on the Donphan I've got. And I realised that if you were worried about it still outspeeding you through any other means, I had Ice Shard there. So interestingly enough, that's probably not going to become a problem. Now, well, there'll still be fast things, but I don't imagine
because this
there's
gen
going
there's
to be
like more slower things, but not like
They're bulkier, everything's slower.
But it's not like slow that some people like too slow for to put speed investment in slow.
Well, that
That's
wishy-washy
what's
at
the-
30, you're not going to want to put anything in speed there.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Maybe
have
with
nice
like
bulk and things, but
Incineroar has 80.
well, I was doing some math earlier, and Decida can hit about, I think it's about 100 and I think it was like 276 at 100 at level 100, like Jolly with max IV investment or max EV and IV. So you know they get fairly fast. I mean, a 70 base isn't the worst. It's not up at 90 or 100.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That puts it in a mid tier. So plenty of things viable at that speed tier, especially when the speed tiers have all come down in general anyway, apart from Salazzle being one of the random ones over 100 at like 117 or something.
The stats,
but it's super frail.
the stats that I've seen, interestingly enough, I think built in a way that's like older gens, although they've clearly taken a lot of time to look at like Toucanon and other things like that to build them up. Like X and Y had a lot of just well-rounded things, even if they didn't have particularly a lot of play or anything like that. They were obviously time and care was taken into making these things look good, play well, and things like that. And then I think back in first and second gen, it was like, right, okay, here's Furret, for example. Let's give it kind of a decent attack, decent speed. We're done. It's just a long ferret thing, and then just really, really bizarre stats like the first gen used to do as well. It's like, and what the moves they knew as well. Like his Aerodactyl can just learn Fire Blast. Why, we don't know. Just give it Fire Blast. And I think I'm kind of seeing that in Gen 7 just a little bit with making everything slower. It's reminding me of the older games where you would see. I mean, you had to get time to try out all these new things you were catching in different regions.
Yeah.
But ultimately, there's even if you speak to Gen 1ers now and talk about the stats and things like that, everyone remembers like how slow Blastoise was, and then as time went by, there was always a really fast starter. There was always something like Blaziken, something really dynamic. But now, I think they may be going for bulk and a different strategy altogether. So
Because with them all being slower, it looks like we might be getting like bulky, more slower games.
Which is interesting because Generation 2 was like all about kind of just toxic stall. Well, not just toxic stalling, but there's a lot of stall, and I think that still exists. Obviously nowadays, you can stall with almost anything, toxic stalling. But I think it's really interesting that they've gone to a length to just slow everything down. Because for a while, I think 5th gen and especially 6th gen, and well, Gen 4 to an extent as well, were like, here's fast stuff, fast, powerful stuff. Like as much as it annoys me, but Garchomp, just put a choice scarf on it and just outrage. and that's it. But I think they've still got things like Primate for years. I've thought like just put a choice scarf on it, send it in, and you can U-turn, you can use close combat and things like that. But I think that they're just trying to create a different level of play with the new. Like everyone thought Sejai was going to be fast, like kind of grass type flying Greninja. Totally took the rug out from under them. So yeah, I could go on and on and on and on about it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that's my feeling. I think it's just to try to totally flip the idea of the game on its head and say, right, remember first gen. A lot of what we're bringing out is very similar to them because like everything did have a modest. Like at one point, base 90 was a really good speed tier to have as well because there was some like non-evolving type, like Farfetch'd was quite slow,
Yeah. Although
So
Farfetch is
Stantler.
completely terrible now. I'd like to see Farfetch get a nice boost in anything because Farfetch should be way better than it
Should
is.
have got a Z move.
I'd like to
Because
see
I'd love to see.
No, because Eevee got a Z move. So
no, not a Z move or like I don't know.
I'd like to see
A low end form.
Yeah. Like one
No,
of
I
the
don't know about a low
Sorry,
end form.
Craig, you're saying.
I would like to see Farfetch as strong as Arceus.
Now that would be good. It's
think-
like fucking, was it 900 base stats? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
maybe at some point
Put them on the speed and
Farfetch
attack
will
like they did
get
with that Mega Beedrill.
we'll get something because Beedrill got a bit of love and as did
If everything's leaked, so
Snorlax getting
no
its
new
own
megas, I
Z move.
guess.
No, not yet. But remember, this is it's leaking right now. So, we could try and see what we can find. I'll see what information's up right now.
Steelix should get a Z move called Craig's Stealth Rocks.
Yeah,
Talking about Steelix,
Stealth Rock Z.
Doug Trio's Alone form is confirmed as Ground Steel.
Now I'm upset about that because I wanted it to be
Yeah, Ground Steel.
water and ground.
I want.
I think because if it was water and ground, it's by the beach and the sand. That would have been incredible.
I just like the idea
making
that-
it have one weakness as much as it's not that strong anyway. It'd be great to know that you could definitely start with it.
What I love for me is the fact that for some reason it's decided that blonde hair equals steel type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you've got
It's heavy
fancy
metal.
blonde hair, now you're a steel type.
I know.
Right, okay, let's see what I can find here, because I put here we go, this is Twitter, let's see if it's been shut down yet. It's been a whole 2 hours since this guy was posting stuff. Oh, he stopped. 16
He's away to vote. He's stopped playing the game so he can go and vote.
No, that's someone else telling him to go vote.
Oh man, they're still looking
shit.
at PK Hex.
Yeah,
Let's cheat already. I bet your worlds will be full of bloody cheaters anyway.
that's it. They're actually like initial support for Sun and Moon is live, so people are already compiling and getting ready. That's actually borked as fuck.
This isn't fair.
Okay, we've got Sun and Moon, a low informed Zygarde stats for part 10.
Mew's got a unique Z move.
Whoa.
Whoa, shit! Do you sure you want to watch this?
Aye, sure.
No. Wait. Well, I mean, we're never gonna get a Mew, so it doesn't matter. I guess.
Well,
You
you've
will.
got-
Oh,
I'll
wait,
get one as
oh,
soon as
yeah.
the bank opens. I'll give you.
yeah.
Wait. No, never mind.
Wait, I've got
the
a
code. The code.
Right, look.
Yeah, I
Right,
can
okay,
show you
let's
the
see what's happening. This for everybody
That's
who's just not
JoJo
watching
pose.
This, that's not even a proper JoJo pose. Calm down. I'll fucking tell you when it's a JoJo pose. Anyway, so we're about to watch Mew's
Can't
Z
see.
move, which is it's a unique one, and Mew just flies around. All right,
Shoots embryos at them.
it doesn't shoot embryos. You disgusting freak.
Genesis Supernova. Well, it sounds cool.
It does, and it's balls.
There's anal
It's
beads.
fucking balls.
Those anal beads up in the air, or they've disappeared.
Oh, they formed a giant
Anal bead.
supernova.
A giant bead and throws it, of all things, a Poliwag. Poor thing.
Fucking Poliwag. Oh, sorry, Poliwag. Well, Poliwag failed.
That seems like it's entirely unnecessary.
And then what the hell?
Whoa! and
Oh
then
shit!
it
What?
started psychic terrain.
Oh motherfucker!
The battlefield got weird, which is the best thing ever.
Oh
Marshadow
no
as well.
no! That is way too much. Marshadow's like not even.
What's
been,
its type? Is
No,
it anyone
we're getting
find
half of
out?
it. Box sprites, learn sets. Here's a before. Right, here's a before and after of the stats.
What's this guy's Twitter?
Mate.
Shut down, Mike. Shut down. Right,
So it
so
says Gengar's
Gengar has cursed body.
So it's been
Levitate's
nerfed.
been changed to cursed body, and
Right.
Raikou, Eddie, and Suicune lose all their hidden abilities.
Do
Wengal.
They were never even released with
I
the.
know. No, they were.
Were they?
Yeah, I got them in fucking Gen 6.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
How
did.
did you manage to get hold of them?
Because they made them official for like a wee while. They released them.
Oh, did they?
I've got a fucking Flash Hire Entei and I'm like, wait, hey, hey. Anyway,
I
that's
don't.
gone. So, Wingull now has Hydration. Pelipper now has Drizzle? Aye, that's a new one. Torkoal has Drought, his hidden
Wow.
ability.
Oh.
Roggenrola, Goldor, and Gigalith all get weak armor.
Vanilla
Vanilla have got Snow Cloak. Where is the new one? Oh yeah, Cubchoo and Beartrick have Snow Rush.
Or Slush Rush.
Slush Rush, sorry.
That's incredible. That name.
And here's-
Slush Rush.
Here's the stat boosters: 10 to Arbok's attack, 20 to Dugtrio's attack. Holy shit! Actually, what the fuck? Also, Dugtrio's sitting at 120 base speed. So
Yeah.
Farfetch's got 25% to attack.
Good
Holy
stuff.
fuck!
Farfetch.
Yes!
That's the real leak!
That's a real leak right there. Oh fuck me!
Awesome. Wait a minute, what's this?
Electrode boosting speed, Executor
Farfetch,
boosting special attack, Noctowl boosting special. No, sorry, Executor special defense, Noctowl special attack, Ariados special defense, Quillfish defense.
Better defense,
Macargo got a boost in HP and special attack.
Which it needed.
Alright, by 20 points, so up by 10 on each. Corsola has a 30-point boost overall, boosting attack, special attack. Oh, sorry, HP defense and special defense. Mantine's
bad.
HP went up by 20. Swallow's special attack went up to
Well,
75.
everybody who wants to use a boom burst and swallow.
Aye, well, Calipper. Hello,
Can I
CJ.
follow up on something I said last week?
Yes, aye.
Machamp is out. Farfetch'd is in.
Yes.
Easy Farfetch, let's go!
Oh,
Look at the attack on Beartic as well,
thing
130.
is, right, now, you know what? Farfetch is a lot more viable with everyone else's stats being so shit. Because it's 60 base, that means it outspeeds half the new starters.
Yes.
Farfetch is the new
Leaf
meta.
Blade.
It is crazy.
Masquerain got 40 points. It got its special attack's been boosted to 100 and its speed boosted to 80. Holy fuck. Delcatty got a speed boost to 20 to 90. Volbeat's gone up by 30 points, 55 to 75 on defense and 75 to 85 on special defense. Illumise got the same as well. Lunatone and Solrock are listed as having a stat boost to HP. Not even in the game, that must be for fucking...
Well, I tell you what, that is really good
was great.
because I've got a Lunatone. Chimecho?
Chimecho, that sounds better.
I love Chimecho.
I've
Bring it
got a
back.
30-point
Lunatone.
boost.
A Lunatone that I've been using to be quite bulky, and it's bulky already.
Motherfucker,
No.
Beartic's gone up to
Yeah.
130.
Chimecho gets cosmic
Yeah, I
power.
just
that.
said that a moment ago like that. And
Doesn't Chimecho get cosmic power and baton pass?
yeah, it doesn't get
CV.
baton pass. But
Oh,
if you
it's
think
not.
Its
about,
defenses all went up though.
do you remember Josh
Aye.
when
Yeah, I remember
I was
this.
using the Chimecho
Yep.
against you, and he put out a what's that thing called? Weavile or CJ the Weavile.
That was before
And
CG.
you probably could have won, but the fact that I'd boosted so much and he had a life orb, he just punched himself to death pretty much. But that was with the stats that Chimecho had then.
This isn't all the stats, by the way. This is just I don't
Yeah.
even know if this is everything, but some of those are good. Like
I'm
I'm
using
fucking running a
Chimecho.
Farfetch.
I'm
running a Chimecho for Fate.
I'm really confused as to how these abilities are going to. I just can't believe you had a water absorb Suicune. That would have been really helpful to me. I wanted to use something like that in VGC. No, I wouldn't have said give it to me. I just thought if I could have got my hands on it, it'd been great.
Aye, but fucking Voltas or Raikou though.
Ah, no way. How good's
Aye.
that?
That's
But-
good. Get that bulk up there.
I'm wondering if you trade your old ones to the game, like if you trade
They'll
like
just lose them 'cause they're the hidden
Torkoal,
abilities,
Will that happen? I mean,
Yeah.
that's
What I'll do is either not let you send the hidden abilities one through, or when it sends them, it automatically changes them. Because
Yeah.
other Pokemon have had that before.
Wait, what was Gengar's hidden ability?
It was just levitate.
Yeah.
Because
whole
Gengar
time.
only levitated.
Yeah.
But now it only has Curse Body, which means you can earthquake the fuck out of it.
which is
Yes.
good, which is what it deserves, really.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, so we got anything else we want to cover, or do you want to go back and watch all these videos?
Oh, we could watch one or two. I mean, how long have we got?
Well,
they're
we're
always
going to
like
wrap it up
40
now.
minutes.
I'm saying we can go watch these with the
off,
podcast.
out.
Right.
Off the podcast.
Okay.
Because there's a shit ton of spoilers in here, by the way, guys. I'm telling you right
I'm not
now.
going. I'm gonna
If you
go.
watch these.
See
have
that one there?
Josh's
What is the
chips
name of
to
that
eat, though.
spiky crown of thorns?
Oh, by the way,
I'm gonna eat the thumbs.
that's your new
Look at yours on weight.
shuckle.
Is it?
Aye.
Look, the chips are
Oh,
gone
aye.
now.
And it has an ability where if you're poisoned and it hits you, critical hit.
You're kidding.
If every attack on a Pokemon is a critical when it's poisoned with that ability.
Not bad.
But its attack's like 60 or lower, and then its
Still
defense
alright,
is really
though.
high. But yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty goddamn boss. Anyway, we're gonna go watch the rest of these.
Everything's been
go
shaken
find all
up.
the rest of them. I'm not gonna link to this though because I'm not that kind of guy. Just find them yourself, you little shits. Right. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you all next
Bye.
week.
Where's
Bye.
everyone?
Have fun.
I've got raisins.
I say have fun.